Well, it's a very warm welcome and good evening to everybody. I hope everyone's fine. For those of our members and anyone listening down in Florida or in the path of the hurricane, I hope you're safe. I hope everything's well. I know we've had a couple of emails in saying, sorry, I can't make the call this evening because we've got the storm coming our way. So we really think about you at this time, and I hope you're safe. So that said, let's move on to what we're going to cover today is free Amazon FBA tools. A lot of people ask us, I know Rob gets a lot of inquiries, what's the best tool? So how do I do this? And how do I analyze that? And how do you get all your keywords, 1,000 keywords? I can't believe I can't just sit there and think about it. Well, this is a business. This is Rob's line, not my line. But every business has its tools, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're an engineer, electrician, whatever the case may be, a chef. Yeah, you need a set of tools, and that is the same for this business here. You need a set of tools in order to help you with the job. And the job in this case is setting up your own physical products selling on Amazon. That's your job, that's the business, and therefore you need a set of tools. Luckily for us, lucky for everybody out there, there are a number of free tools that we could utilize in order to help us with our business, and that's what we're going to be covering today. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into the list that I'm going to be covering. Now, this list here is not the definitive list of free tools. There are others out there. There are some very good tools where you can actually pay, very, very little money for in order to help you out. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be focusing on these particular tools today and see how they can help you. And I've got some good examples, walkthrough examples with respect to how to use a few of these. So let me go through the list. We've got CAMELCAMEL. That's a price analyzer. Okay, another price analyzer stroke BSR analyzer is KEEPA. Now, we quickly touched on KEEPA last week, but we'll have another quick look at that. Another price analysis product is the Seller Central Profit Calculator, also known as the FBA calculator. So I've got an example of how to use that. Now, when we're looking at product analyzers, we generally use and have been using in a lot of our calls, a lot of our training, and a lot of our coursework inside the membership. We use something like Jungle Scout or Asset Inspector. If you haven't got those, you could always use Unicorn Smasher. And again, I've gotten a quick example of that. Another product analyzer is the AMZ Seller Browser. This is a Chrome extension. I'll show you how that works. And then keywords. Now, keywords is a critical part of the business, understanding what keywords you need for your products in your listing, when you're advertising, in your back end. So keywords is pretty critical, really, with respect to this business. And this is where a lot of the tools are focused these days. So 4 good keyword tools that are free: Scientific Seller, keywordtool.io. We've obviously got the Google Keyword Planner. I'll go through how to use that, and a little tool called Sonar. So these are the tools that we're looking at today. You can see I've broken them down into the 3 sections with pricing or some BSR analysis, then you've got product analysis, then you've got keywords. All right. So let's jump straight into CAMEL. Now, this page here is direct links for you. Once you get the slides, you'll always get the slides, obviously, in the Facebook group. I always upload them in the files section straight after the call. These are direct links to all of the tools that we're going to be covering today. Okay, so you can easily get to those. Okay, right. So CAMEL, what's all this about? Now, CAMEL is basically it's a Chrome extension. You can download that, and you can download it for Chrome. And they've also got a Chrome, an extension for Firefox. It wouldn't be Chrome extension, it'd be a Firefox extension, I guess. Well, basically, it just sits there on the page. And what it does, it gives you the pricing history of a product. Okay, so you can see an example on the right hand side here, and that's also lets you set up price watch alerts for virtually any Amazon product out there. So you can set alarms or triggers with respect to if you're watching this particular product. In this case, I've chosen the Apex copper bracelet. Let me just zoom in here so we can have a look at this a little bit better. Okay, so here I've got the wide length size, 9-inch length copper bracelet, and you can see here that there's various different prices throughout this period of time between December and February. Okay, and down here you can see a little bit of history with respect to what the lowest was, what the highest is. And you can see this is going back various different years, 2009, 2017, where we are at the moment. So you can go back quite a way with respect to the history. And you can say, okay, let me know when this product reaches $8.35 for whatever reason. So now a lot of the price breaks and alerts are done if you are doing some buy box sharing, which we don't cover, but the facility's there if you would wish to actually have a look at anything. Now we'll go down here is 613. This is the third party used. All right, so someone's actually bought that, don't like it. It's still in a brand new condition, so they've relisted it under this listing as a used product in order to try and get rid of that. So that's basically what the 613 used product is. Okay, so let me come back out to that. So that's Camel, Camel, Camel. And what it looks like is this. No, hold on. Basically, it does look like this. So once you hover on a product, this is a little pop-up window directly on the product page. I can go into that and have a look at all of these live examples after I've run through exactly what they are. So the next price analysis bit of software is KEEPA. Now that's KEEPA. Now again, similar to Camel, 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 the analytics is on page. Okay, whereas Camel, 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 we've got here as a pop-up. What you do is you press your Chrome extension, and this will pop up on the actual page that you're looking at, you're analyzing. In this case, the copper bracelet. Whereas KEEPA is actually literally on page, so there's no need for you to press any Chrome extensions or extension icons at all. The information is there on the page itself. Now, as you can see, there's a fairly comprehensive graph. And again, I can zoom in here so you can have a look around. So we've got a number of data points here. This is obviously just a screenshot. But if you hover over any of these on the live page, it's going to give you the complete rundown with respect to what that price point is over a period of time. And you can see on the right hand side here, the orange line, that's an Amazon. So in other words, Amazon is selling this product. And this is the Amazon history from a pricing point of view over a period of time. Okay, we've got the blue line as new. That's from the original vendor. We've got some used products in there. We've got the sales rank as green. You can see the green line in here. We can see that's fairly up and down, up and down, up and down, hovering between, I guess, 15,000 and right up here at sort of 50 plus. So you can see that they've, even though it's up and down, they're fairly stable within the 20 or 30,000 as a BSR. We've also got some more information down here with respect to new offer count, and this is basically the products on offer for that particular product. In other words, the number of sellers. Okay, now the thing with KEEPA, listen to me, Camel, KEEPA. You can again set up price alerts. So if you're looking for a particular product and monitoring a product, you can set up an alert with respect to once this product reaches top level, bottom level, whatever level you're looking at, it will actually email you or actually alert you. Again, this is a Chrome extension, and it's got a number of different aspects. Once you actually log in, you can see over here I'm actually logged in as Phoebe. So you can see on the right hand side there, I'm actually logged in here. But it does give you a lot more information than CAMELCAMEL. CAMELCAMEL is purely a price tracker, whereas KEEPA gives you that little bit more information. So this is why I tend to use KEEPA as opposed to everything else. Now, this is free, like everything in here. But if you log in and create an account, that's the only way to get this information on page. Now, as you can see here, it does support virtually every Amazon platform. In this case, I'm on the .com on the American site. But if you've got so UK or Germany, Japan, France, any of these others, it will give you that same data that you're looking for. All right, so that's KEEPA, very useful tool. I use this quite a bit to see if products are stable or not over a period of time.
Hey, Paul.
Go ahead, Rob.
Well, I think one of the important things is and I think you brushed over it quicker than maybe. What's great about KEEPA is that it's on page for you at all times. Meaning you don't have to go open it up. You don't have to do anything. And literally, it looks like it's built in as part of the Amazon page at the bottom of your browser. So it's a seamless tool. So you can always just hop down and look at these parts of this information. And more than anything, it's going to show you how long this thing's been selling for, whether the price has been consistent. I mean, there's so much information that you can get from here that'll really give you whether or not what you're seeing is an anomaly or is it something that's actually happening, and that this is over time and not just a blip on the radar. It could be they did a bunch of flash sale and gave a bunch of stuff to charity and got a who knows what they could have done to boost their rank, but this will give you a better indication whether this has been something consistent or this is brand new, or and you may not even be able to tell why, but you may see a big spike in there, and you just you won't know why, but you at least know that it's happening and what they and then you can make some guesses at least to know that it is happening. Because without that, let's assume you use one of the pieces of software that will, give you sales figures. Well, this will kind of give you some indication of that this has been consistent. I mean, Paul just showed you this thing's been up for 2,300 days. Well, that's 6-7 years.
Yeah, this is a solid, stable product that's been selling for an awful long time. And it quickly shows you that, and it shows you you can set up. At the moment, I'm set for 3 months. You can see here the little red bars next to the 3 months. You could set it up on a day. You could see the analytics for the day. You can set it up for a week, month, 3 months in this case, a year, or all of the selling period. In this case, 2,361 days. Okay, so if you just click that, it will show you all of that information for that selected period. Very useful tool, very useful. Alrighty, so let's jump into the FBA calculator. This is one of the most underutilized free tools there ever is. Okay, and it's from Seller Central, from Amazon. They provide it, and all you got to do is just search for FBA calculator, and they'll be at the top on the Google list. So what I'm going to do here is just run through a quick how-to. All right, and what it does, it allows you to have a look at the fulfillment costs in real time. It compares what your actual costs are, what the FBA fees, and ultimately what your profit is likely to be, which allows you to then, okay, if I spend X amount on advertising, that leaves me my true profit thereabouts. So it basically gives you that benchmark, that baseline for you to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with what I have been working with, a copper bracelet. So what I would do here is, again, let me zoom in, show you what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got the copper bracelet here, and I have highlighted the ASIN. Now, the ASIN number, if you don't know already, can be found in two places. You can scroll all the way down and find that in the information section where we've got all of the data for the particular product at the bottom. Or the easiest place is up in the URL. Now, the ASIN always starts with a B, so it's and if you just click on that, it should highlight this automatically. So I just basically copied that. Okay, I have then pulled up the FBA calculator, and you can see here sellercentral.amazon.co or .com / okay, so you can see that, but I've provided the link for you anyway. So this is it. This is basic what it looks like. So it's got no information in it whatsoever. But when you get there, what it'll ask you to do is the page before this is basically blank, and it'll just say put in your ASIN number here. So I've just pasted in my ASIN and just hit enter, and that will just come up with it. So basically what it'll do is it'll find the product that you're looking for. Okay, so you do need to find the product similar to the one you're going to sell. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be selling copper bracelets in this case. Okay, so I found one of my competitors' products, put that in here, and it's going to be pulling up all of the information related to that particular product. Okay, in order for it to compute the actual FBA fees. All right, so here I am now. I've got my product loaded. I now need to add some information. So what information do I need? First of all, I need the item price. Well, that's easy enough because I can just copy what this guy is selling for. This particular seller is selling for. I think it's $37, something like that. What else do I need? Well, I need shipping to Amazon. So I need some shipping costs. Well, we're pretty good at estimating that. We've been doing that for quite a time. So we can roughly guess that. Doesn't need to be 100% accurate at this stage, but we know that it's going to cost us X amount roughly per kilo in order to get products over from China to Amazon. So I just do that quick calculation. And the cost of the product. Well, how much does this cost? I don't know. Let's go and find out. So that's the next activity. So what do? We just jump straight over to Alibaba and find something that's similar. In this case, it's similar. It's not exactly the same, but if I'm going to be selling something like a copper bracelet with magnetic inserts, this is close enough for me to get the analytics done with respect to is this going to be a viable product or not from a pricing point of view. So you can see here it's $5.20 to $5.50. MOQ is 200. So I've assumed that the price is going to be 5.5. The high end shipping, I've estimated as $1. It's probably going to be less than that, but I've estimated $1. So therefore, my landed cost is $6.50. All right. So remember, $5.50 and $1 for shipping. They're the two important pieces of information that we need. So we flick back over and we add our information in. So in the meantime, I've gone to have a look at this particular seller, and it's selling for $37.95. So you add the selling price in the top box. Okay. You add the shipping price in the middle box. There's only 3 boxes to add data here. Okay. And the bottom one is the purchase price. Okay. And I'm going to zoom in so you can actually have a look at the numbers I've put in. Okay. So we've got the $37.95 at the top there, which is the price or item price. This is the selling price. How much you're going to sell it for on Amazon, potentially. Ship to Amazon, shipping cost is $1. Okay. And the cost of the product, we know that we had a look at that, and we're going to estimate that as $5.50. So therefore, we've got all the information that we need because we're going to be doing FBA, in other words, Amazon fulfillment. We're going to be doing fulfilled by Amazon. Okay, so we need to be filling all our information in over on this right-hand column here. Okay, so now we have the information. Press calculate. Once we've done that, we can see this really nice graph in front of us and all of the data. So let's have a look, see what we've got. So we know that we've got a $37.95 selling fee. Okay, selling on Amazon fees. Okay, this is their piece that they want. This is their fees they're going to take, which is $5.69. Fulfillment by Amazon. Their fees here, which is $3. Okay. And total fulfillment costs is $4. So therefore, that we know that we've got a selling price of $37.95 minus all of these additional costs through here and our cost of product. We're going to get a net profit of $22.76, or as a net margin of just under 60%. In my book, that's not bad. That's not bad. And you can actually see that over here in a graphical format as well. So over on the right-hand side, this is the one we're looking for, because this one over here, the next one, this revenue cost is going to cost you $6.50 in total. $22.76 is your profit. So you know that you've got a little bit of play in there with respect to advertising costs and fees later on. So that gives you a quick estimate with respect to double checking, is the price okay or not when you're having a look at some of these products, when you're analyzing them. Okay, so this, again, I should say again, is probably the most underutilized free tool there is. Okay, but it's a great little tool in order for you to actually do this quick and dirty sort of work with respect to, you know what? Yeah, I've got $22 in this. There's a potential profit. All right, so remember that, the FBA calculator. Right, so let's have a look at product analyzing. Okay, so like I said, we've used Jungle Scout or Asset Inspector in the past to show everybody how to do this. But if you haven't got that, you still need to. It's really important that you are able to analyze the data that you're actually looking at when you do a search. So if I'm looking for that copper bracelet, for example, I've got a whole page of copper bracelets in front of me. How do I know what's what? How do I know what's selling and what's not, and how much are they making per month, etc.? So you need some way of actually looking at that in order to do that. So Unicorn Smasher is a free Amazon product research tool, it says here. And again, this is a Chrome extension. So you basically go on to unicornsmasher.com, and there you will see a download now. So you basically download it. You basically put your email in and on your name. They'll send you the email which you can click, and it basically says download the Chrome extension now. So you basically go to the Chrome extension, you download it, install it, and it's a Chrome extension. All right, and it allows you to analyze exactly what we normally do. We look at the sales, the revenue, the estimated revenue per month, the average price, the number of sellers, the average reviews, okay, and everything else that we normally look at. Okay, it also allows you, as always, to download the CSV file. Okay, so you can start to analyze this in a spreadsheet and save your searches. Let's have a quick look at, see what it looks like. So basically, this is what it looks like. And again, we're looking at the copper bracelet here. You can see our $137.95, the example that we've been looking at. But you've got various different other products on here. And again, it allows you to have a look at the estimated revenue. And I've sorted this from highest to lowest. Number of reviews, the ratings, whether it's sold by FBA or other. The pricing. And if I really wanted to do this, I could extract the next page exactly the same as on some of the other page analyzing products. And I can export this or download the data to a CSV file. Very useful once you're doing that, once you're analyzing a lot of different products to get that data downloaded, then you've got it as opposed to coming back and analyzing all of the time. But again, we can see here instantly that is there enough money on this particular page? What's the drop like in the product's revenue? What are the reviews like? Are they too high? Are they too low? So again, it basically allows us to analyze a group of products in order for us to make our mind up with respect to this, whether this is a worthwhile product getting into, or do we spend more time on this, or do we just move on? Okay, that's basically Unicorn Smasher, and that's what that does. Totally free. It's a Chrome extension. As I say, once we've finished this, I can go in and show you some of these examples for live, because I've downloaded all of them. So I've got all of them to show you if required. All right, so let's have a look at the next one. AMC Seller Browser. Now, this is not my favorite, I'll be honest with you, but again, it's a Chrome extension, and it shows you the BSR on each of the products directly on a search result. It's a little bit off-putting, this, but I'll show you what it's like afterwards. And what it does, it uses or utilizes CAMEL in order to bring in some of the pricing history. So basically what this tool will do is give you on the search results page, it will give you for each of the products loaded various different pieces of information. It will give you the sales rank, give you the BSR right there, right underneath the listing itself. Okay, it'll also, if you hover over various different products, it will give you more information with respect to the pricing history. So let's have a look at, see what that looks like on from a page point of view. So you can see here, I'm just going to zoom in and zoom around a little bit on this page, just so you can see what it looks like. Now, this is just a standard results page for the copper bracelet, and you can see I've got all this additional information underneath each of the search results. Okay, and it's telling me there, right there on the page, what my BSR is. Okay, in health and household. Okay, and if I hover over any of these, as in the BSR history, the pricing history, and the brand, it's going to show me that information. It's also showing how many particular sellers there are for each of these products. In most of these cases, there's just one FBA seller. In other words, it's a private label product. Okay, so here's our product that we've been looking at, the $37.95 product. All right, and what I've done is I've hovered over the BSR history, and it's pulled up this particular graph on the right hand side. So this is from this product over here. Okay, and it's pulled up this information, and this has come directly from it says in this place KEEPA, but the pricing history will come from CAMEL. Looks like the BSR is coming from KEEPA. So basically you can see that, which we've already established, that the BSR is pretty stable between the top 10,000s or the lower 10,000s. Okay, so we can see that directly. And if I hover over the pricing history, that will show me the pricing history. Okay, so it basically gives you all of this information directly there on the page. Like I say, it's not my favorite, but it's there if this is the information that you're looking for. It allows you to actually monitor, and you can see how this is organized on the individual items on the search result. Okay, so that's basically where we are from the AMZ Seller Browser. And again, this is a Chrome extension. In fact, it's this little Chrome extension at the top here. It's that one there with the little red car and the little arrow down. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the next one. Keywords. Now, I'm going to be switching into keywords. I want to get through some of these, then I'll go through some of the live. If you've got any questions at the end, please drop them into the chat so we can cover those as well. So, AMZ Seller Browser. Okay, so this is the keyword tool. So I'll basically go on into the scientific seller. Okay, if I've missed the title off here, there should be scientific seller. I do apologize. I'll change that once the slides go up. Okay, so if you come into scientific seller, you've got two options here. Now, you've got the keyword and you've got the Amazon research blog. Okay, so basically what I do here is I've clicked on the free keyword research tool. So click, so I should do that, and that should bring me up to the next page where you basically put in your keyword here. Now, this is a true fact. I had mine running, and it took a long time. This is the world's slowest keyword tool, and that's what their marketing line is, okay? And how it steadily wins the race, okay? Because it will churn and churn and churn, and it will search for thousands, I mean thousands of keywords, and it will churn these out over a period of time. It's not a fast, instant result, trust me, okay? But it does give you an awful lot of data, and basically they are right. It's the world's slowest keyword tool. However, yeah, as they say, we usually run it overnight or even longer. I think when I was running mine, I think I might have mine set up actually. It got to 7,000 keywords for copper bracelet. I've never experienced that before. So it does actually give you a lot of data in return. So let's have a look at what we got from our keyword search. Okay, now this was still running. This was still running, and you can see here. I'm just going to zoom in here, see what we've got. So the Amazon buyer keywords found is 122. So basically what that means is that has gone in and analyzed the buying keywords that people have been using when searching for copper bracelet, and they found 122 unique buying terms. Now we're going to have a look at those in a second. It's currently searching, when I took this screenshot, it's currently searching keywords related to copper knee bracelet or band knee bracelet. 1,322 keywords checked. Nearly 7,000 left to test. Okay, so they really do go into a lot of detail. So let's have a look at some of the information we've got here. So stuff words, in other words, this is some of the information on titles, bullet points and everything like that people are actually putting in their copper bracelet, men bracelets, arthritis, women, pain, magnets, blanks, men's, relief, small. As you can see, it goes on and on. But interestingly enough, over here on the right hand side of the search results is something really useful. Okay, this is the Amazon buyer keywords, or what people are actually putting into the search term in order to find what they're looking for. In this case, copper bracelets. So we can see that people have been putting in literally copper bracelets, copper bracelet for men. All of these are what we call long-term or long-tail keywords. Okay, now look at this one down here. Someone's actually typed this in to find a product. Copper bracelets for arthritis pain relief, small size, 6 to 7 inches. Someone typed that in. Now, do you think that's a really good keyword to go for? It's probably a little bit too long, to be fair, and probably too specific. Whereas something like copper bracelet for men pain will be a very good keyword to go after when you're looking at pay-per-click advertising. Okay, as opposed to copper bracelet, everyone's going for copper bracelet. Copper bracelet is going to cost you more money to win that particular word or search term, as opposed to copper bracelet for men pain. All right, so these are long tail keywords that this particular bit of software has given us, and in the free, you can actually upgrade to the free, the paid version of this, and it'll give you more information. But what it's doing here is it's going to give us 100 results. So, you know, we've got potentially we can get 100 really good Amazon buyer keywords that are long tail, very specific. We know that people have already put into the search bar in order to find this particular product. Very useful tool. That is Scientific Seller. So look at the next one. Now, this one's been around a long time. We've used this, we've been using this for years. It's keywordtool.io, sorry. And again, it's specifically for Amazon keywords. Now, millions, look, it says here, yeah, millions of people are using Amazon to find and buy products that they are interested in. Yeah, Keyword Tool helps you to figure out what those products are. Like we saw in the previous example, copper bracelets for men pain will be a very good example of that. Now, Keyword Tool is using Amazon autocomplete to search suggestion feature to generate a big number of relevant keywords, which is really important. The more relevant they are, the better they are. It's no good searching for a copper bracelet if you put in string bracelet. Okay, you're never going to win the race if you've got string bracelet as one of your keywords if you're selling copper bracelets. All right, so it's the relevancy. So we're looking here at the relevant keywords that can be used for Amazon keyword optimization or other purposes. Now, the optimization aspect is getting your listing correct, making sure your title's correct, make sure you got the right keywords within your title, make sure your bullet points have got the right keywords in them, making sure that your back end has got the relevant keywords in the right places. Okay, so all of these tools allow you to look at all of those features and aspects of your listing. Okay, it's not just worry about the title, it's all of these other things and making sure that you've got the right keywords throughout your listing. Okay, so let's have a look at keywordtool.io. Again, just do the quick search and you can see here that it has a number of different platforms. Okay, so you need to be careful with respect to when you first go into this. There's a number of different platforms that will give you the information on. Google, we're not really interested in Google at this particular stage if we can actually pin it down to something more specific. Same with YouTube, Bing, eBay, and the App Store. It has Amazon, so let's click Amazon. So basically what it's going to do now is link up what you're looking for with Amazon itself. Now, again, I've used the copper bracelet to keep some continuity here. And you can see here that the search for copper bracelets has found 64 unique keywords. Now, when it's talking about keywords, it's talking about long tail keywords or search terms. All right. Now, here you can see over on the right-hand side, some fuzzy wuzzy, where they've shaded it out. But if you really want this information, you can actually go to the paid option. The paid option is not that cheap, to be fair. But it's very good for understanding what keywords are all about, which I think is more important than anything else. Okay, so I do not have the pro version. I always just use this as a free version because it gives you great results. It doesn't give us quite as many as the previous one, which I think was 122. This gives us 64. But even so, look at some of these keywords. Okay, copper bracelet for arthritis. All right, copper bracelets for men arthritis. Copper bracelets with magnets. All right, so all of these are very good keywords or search terms that you can use to utilize and optimize your listing. All right, very important to understand that. Yeah, when I first started out in this, when I first started my business, I was talking to a guy that actually recruited me into the big selling course at the time. I was green behind the ears, to say the least. Didn't really understand what the hell I was doing. I was following along with the course, and not having a mentor at that particular time was hard work. It really was hard work. I just had my buddy who's over here in the Philippines as well. He was 6 months ahead of me, which was a great thing. You know, if you're working with somebody, if they're just one step ahead of you, at least they can help you out. But I wish back then I had the ability to talk to the guys that run the course, but that was not available. Having that mentor at that particular time would have been fantastic. And this is what Rob and I are here for. Part of the course is we are your mentors and we are available. However, moving on, he said to me, my buddy over here in the Philippines, he said to me, keywords, Paul, what have you got? And I felt really proud of myself because I had about 12 keywords I had, because I sat down and really thought about my product. Measuring spoons, measure, kitchen spoons, weighing spoons. That'll start to scratch my head, with respect to keywords. This is back in the day when I had measuring spoons. And I really couldn't understand how to get any more than that, because I didn't have these tools. Nobody told us about these particular keyword tools or anything like that. So my buddy, he said to me, "So, Paul, how many have you got?" And I felt really proud of myself, because I really sat down and I worked hard. I scratched my brain, and I'll probably come up with, I don't know, less than 20. I know it was less than 20. So I said, "How many have you got then?" He said, "Well, at this moment in time, I've got about 1,000. Well, I nearly fell off my chair. I could not understand for the life of me how anybody could get 1,000 keywords by sitting down and just thinking about it. And then he introduced me to keyword tools. Okay, so you do need these tools, like I said to start with, in this business in order to help you out, because sitting down trying to think of it yourself is at best extremely hard work, and secondly is no need, because these tools are out there. Okay, so anyway, eventually I did get up to the relevant numbers that did help me out on my listing and various other things. So this gives us very good information with respect to long tail keywords or search terms in order for us to understand where we are on our listing. Go on,
Hey,
Rob.
Paul.
Yep.
So that brought up a couple of things that I'm thinking as I'm listening today. I think you spend your money on your pictures and you spend your time on your keywords.
Nice. I like that. Yes.
I also, I think we've done a whole entire, we have an entire video where we go over all of the keyword tools. There's, half a dozen, there's probably a dozen of them out there. And your keyword research is super, even more duper important right now, because, we're down to less than 300 characters. And 300 characters is per letter, not per word. It's not 300 words, it's 300 characters. So if you average a word out at 4 or 5 words or 4 or 5 letters per word, characters, you're talking about, let's call it 5, divide 5 into, 300, that's 60, 50, 60, 50 or 60, keywords total. So now you're talking about your item only having 50 words, not any more than that now. And then it's, how do you get those indexed, as well as how do you get the relevant ones? Now, the distinct advantage of having only 50 means you only have 50, which means if your keyword has copper bracelets and there are hundreds of other keywords, and there may be 200 keywords that would work. Well, what you're going to do is out of your 50, you're going to look at what the competition and the main guys selling are, and you may avoid some of theirs, and you go attack, smaller combinations of keywords. And that is a real secret right now that I think is happening out there, because what you're going to be able to do is you're going to kind of be able to niche yourself down, whereas, people at the top on the front page, they're all going for these easy keywords. Well, what we do is we try to go and find some keywords that the guys at the top aren't indexing for. So like, oh, look, they're not indexing for, copper bracelets for kids. Great. So we're going to use the word kids, and we're really going to go after that. We're going to buy our pay-per-click for copper bracelets for kids. We're going to, we're going to do everything we can. We're going to do any promotions we can. We're going to do any super URLs that we might create. We're going to send them all to copper bracelets for kids. And nobody may be trying to get that, or very few, or people who may not know what they're doing may be using that keyword. So what happens is it opens the door for you to be able to actually attack and become and get sales in areas and get ranking better organically on certain keywords, what then will bring up your rank on the main keyword, copper bracelets. It's obviously what we're trying to do. So these keywords and spending that time and finding some keywords. Now, it's a matter of finding keywords that people are buying on as well. But these keyword tools will give you that opportunity to find those now. And with the new, 300 characters, it's really around 250. Some people are getting, I know some people are getting 300, but 300 characters isn't that much. But the restriction, I think, has actually made it better for new sellers, because you have the opportunity to go out and get your own niche, because you only can rank for that many keywords. And the other thing is the people who aren't, like, you're unable to buy keywords with your pay-per-click that you're not indexed for. So, take that into account. Anyway.
Very good information. Please listen to what Rob said. That's really important. Okay. So that said, I think we've covered Keyword Tool.io, which is a great little tool. So let's jump into Google Keyword Planner. This tool has changed over a period of time. It used to give you more information than what it does now, but Google, they change things up left, right, and center. What you need to do here is just set yourself up a free account. If you've got a Gmail account, that's very easy, which most people have these days. If you haven't, it's very, very easy. Just Google it on how to do that. But basically, set your up account, log in, and then head over to Google AdWords, and you'll see the tools up the top here, just over here on the right-hand side. Click that, and you'll come up with this page. Okay, and what we're going to be doing here is just looking at relevant keywords that Google think are good for what we're going to be looking at. So once you're on this page here, you need to find this top section here in green. Okay, let me zoom in so you can actually see that in more detail. It says find new keywords and get search volume data. Well, because Google have got Google and they're in control, they don't actually give us the finite information that they used to, unless we're running some ads. And you can see here, I've stopped all my ads at this particular moment in time. None of your ads are running. So therefore, I'm not going to get the granular information that they used to give us before they made the change. But we can have a look at that in a minute. So the area that you want is this top one here. Okay. Search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. All right. So basically, you come over to tools. Then this page will come up, and you need the first one under the green header. Okay. Search for new keywords. That will bring you into the next page, which is this. You then simply put your product or service. You basically put your product name in there. What you can also do is basically, this is geared up for Google, don't forget, and Google AdWords. So if you're looking at a competitor's website or landing page, you can put their sort of website page in there. So www.copperbracelets.com, for example, and that will go off and analyze all the keywords on that particular page. But in this case, we're just looking for some research on keywords for copper bracelet. So once I've done that, I should just press get ideas. All right, and that's going to run us into the next page, which is here. Now, this is where we've got all of our relevant information. Okay, let me just zoom in so you can see the details that we're looking for. Let me just zoom into the right area. So we can see the average monthly searches for all ideas is 1 million to 10 million. Okay, so down here we've got two tabs. Got ad groups ideas. No interest in that. We're looking for keyword ideas. Okay, so make sure we're on the keyword section over here, and we can see now that the search term that we put in was copper bracelet. We can confirm that. Please ignore the Philippine peso symbol over here. That's irrelevant anyway for what we're doing. This is all about ad keywords. We're just looking for the keywords down here. All right. Now, the monthly search in this center section here is where they've made the change. And they made the change probably about 10 months ago, maybe a year ago. They used to give us the exact number. So in this case, it would be, back then, it could have been 5,273 average monthly searches for magnetic bracelet. Now, what they've done is just categorize that with respect to, well, it's between 1,000 and 10,000. All right. So is that relevant? Well, not really, because we're looking for the keyword ideas. Okay, we're looking for keyword ideas. Basically, what we've done here is search for copper bracelet. Okay, and what we can do now is if I just shoot over to the next page, you'll be able to see that we got a total of 622 keywords. All right, based upon that particular search, 622 keywords. So when I was back in the day of trying to find my 20 keywords for measuring spoons, you know, even something like Google Keyword Planner would have helped me out. So what you can do here now is once you've got to this page, you've got all of these keyword ideas, and it would be good to actually download them and get them into a spreadsheet so you can start to analyze them. Because what I tend to do, and what Rob does, and many other people, is not just use one keyword tool, but use a number of different keyword tools. And because you use a number of different keyword tools, you will get duplicates. All right. So what I tend to do is get my master keyword list together, okay, from all of these different areas, put them all into one spreadsheet, one big spreadsheet. And copper ring, I might have that down 3 times. Well, obviously copper ring, I don't need 3 times, or anything else. I don't need duplicates. So within my spreadsheet, I just remove the duplicates. So I've now got my master keyword list that I could work on. All right. This is why I use multiple keyword tools in order to build that master list. So what do? Simple. You just download. Okay, you just download, and each of these tools that I've shown you today allows you to download or export in CSV or spreadsheet format. All right, so that's simple. So there's no need to copy paste all the way through 30 plus pages, or 30 pages in this case. Okay, you can actually download all in one go. All right, so that's basically what I do there. So that's the keyword planner in Google. Like I said, all you need to do is set yourself up an account, which is free. If you've got a Gmail account, all you got to do is just Google this, Google keyword planner. It's the top result. Just go on there, set yourself up an account within AdWords. You need an AdWords account, which is all free. Don't worry about that. They will try and say, oh, you need to like have things running. You need to have some advertising plans running. No, you don't, because you're just looking for keywords at this particular moment in time. All right, so that's basically the keyword planner. All right, another useful tool allows you to gather the information together. Now, the last one I have a look at before I jump into any answering questions, and I shall jump into some of these live to show you what they look like, is Sonar. Now, Sonar is run by one of the other software groups out there, which sell a number of different other products. I think Sonar is owned by Celex. Basically, it's a dashboard analytical tool help you run your business. The Sonar is the keyword aspect of it. So how does Sonar Amazon keyword tool work? So let's have a quick read of this. All keyword suggestions in Sonar are based only on real search queries for Amazon shoppers. That's important to understand that, because again, we've seen here on some of them where the results are showing us long tail keywords. In other words, what people are actually putting into Amazon to search for a product. That is a search query or a search term. All right, so which is great, because we know that if someone puts in copper brace for men pain, someone's going to be searching that. So therefore, we want to be showing once they type that into the Amazon search bar. Okay, that is a search query or a search term or a long tail keyword in our point. So Sonar, using complex or their complex algorithm, they can detect what shoppers are searching for on Amazon and collect the search terms in their database. Sources other than Amazon, for example, Google, that we just had a look at, are not taken into consideration. In other words, they're only interested in what happens on inside of Amazon, which is good. Okay, I just wanted to show you Google keywords because it's a great free tool for gathering a lot of information. Something like Sonar and some of the other keyword tools that we've touched on are specifically focused only on Amazon keywords. All right, so let's jump into Sonar. Have a look at that. All right, so sonar-tools.com will bring you to the page, and it basically looks like this. Now, they do have a Chrome extension. The Chrome extension, if you want to install that, I believe that we've got that running on Rob's end. That's $10 a month, I believe, isn't it, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Chrome extension. We're not going to be looking at the Chrome extension today because that gives us a little bit more information with respect to keywords and spying on them. However, we are interested in purely, please give me some keyword ideas. All right, so basically what we do, so Sonar here, and that it's got this little search box here. And again, what I've done is I've put in copper bracelet. Let me zoom in so you can see that. Okay, so Sonar, it's got this little blank box. I have put in copper bracelets, and bingo, there we go. 628 results found that are specific to Amazon search terms. Okay. Now, again, what I like about this is giving us all of this long tail keyword information, really useful information with respect to what people are searching for. Couple ankle bracelet. That could be a little new spin on this particular product, as opposed to wrist bracelet. I've always thought of a bracelet going around your wrist, but here, you know, it's like copper ankle bracelet. Why not? You know, if someone's got pain or arthritis in their ankle, in the foot, put it around your ankle. But over here on the right-hand side, we've got frequent words, okay? And I think we saw this on one of the other tools. They called it keyword stuffing or stuffing tools. And this will give us something similar, you know, bracelet 4, copper magnet, magnet bracelet. In other words, this is important but frequent words that often come up in this particular list over here. Okay, so what they've done is they've broken that out into a separate section for us to actually have a look at and think, you know what, these are the most common out of these 628 particular terms found. These are the top like common words. All right, so that's a pretty useful section on this Sonar. All right, I'm just going to zoom out of that and whiz over to the next page, because what I've done then is what you can do is you can reverse engineer with Sonar, which is a useful, really useful feature. Here I put in the search term copper bracelet. In this next result, I actually took our ASIN number and put the ASIN number in here and pressed, in this case, ping or search. Now, what did it come up with? Pretty similar things, but slightly different keywords. Let me show you the results on this one. So remember the last one was 628. Now we've got 662 results shown from Sonar. And again, similar format. We've got the long tail keywords over on the left-hand side here. You could also see the frequent words brought together over here. Slightly less over here, but very relevant. Bracelets 4 arthritis for women. Tunnel. One would assume there's carpal tunnel syndrome, something like that. So that's really useful. And again, you can download all of this information straight to a spreadsheet so you can start to analyze it amongst the other keywords that you've found. All right. So again, very useful tool. Sonar, totally free. So I think that basically covers all of the keywords and tools. And just one last slide is just to reiterate, okay, this is a business, right? And every business needs a set of tools. What have you got in your toolbox? Have you got anything to add to that, Rob? I don't think I've got time to go into anything live, but all of the links are there. If you want to get into these, you know, I've provided the links. Please go and investigate. You download them, use them. They're all great. Sorry, Rob, you finish off.
Yeah, so there's a couple of other ones that may help, which is their Chrome extensions that I might recommend. Keyword Index Checker and River Cleaner. Both those will give you some help in seeing whether or not those keywords your product is actually being indexed for, or what your competitors are being indexed for. So those are some extra tools. So again, those are in your extensions in Chrome. It's KW Index Checker and River Cleaner. Go ahead and check out both of those, and that'll help you with what actually Amazon is accounting for. So remember, indexing with keywords means that Amazon is aware that you are associated with that keyword. So like in their system, they know that, okay, when I put in, you know, copper bracelet, that, oh, Rob sells copper bracelets. If that doesn't happen, then Rob doesn't sell copper bracelets on Amazon. So
exactly.
those are my last two bonus words. So yeah, I think the bottom line is what we're talking about is that, you know, there are a ton of free tools. You guys we could sit here for the next 3 hours and come up with tools. Let's also think about this. And the reason we have these conversations, because I know some of us, you know, we buy tools and, you know, we have limited budgets and things like that, but you're going to need to spend some money on tools. You can do a lot of this without spending money. Also remember that all of these tools and software products all have trials on them, you know, so get in there and find out which ones you like. And if you don't like it, or you get the information you need and you send it back, you send it back. I mean, you know, bottom line is, you know, when you're trying to open a business, your tenacity matters, and your tenacity to figure out how to get the information you can the best way you can, and the cheapest way. Every dollar that you don't spend on a tool, you can spend on promoting your product. So that's another reason to have great free tools, you know, and, you know, it's not hard to find them. You know, when you're looking for what you do, you're going to find a bunch of great stuff. So, and lots of these tools where they charge have a free version that'll give you, maybe even give you the information you need without having to buy the tool. So again, you can, I mean, 99% of them have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and lots of them have free versions that have great stuff in, as you've seen here today. So just use tools in your business. I mean, the bottom line is these tools are to hopefully make your job easier. You know, when you work on your car, or you work on stuff at the house, or doesn't matter if you ladies are, you know, doing gardening or whatever it might be, when you have tools that will help you do your job, it makes it easier. Whether it's, doesn't matter what it is, I don't care. That's what tools do. Tools are pieces of equipment that will allow you to be more efficient and get done quicker. And that's the real idea, because a lot of you guys are out there and you're in this business and you're doing this part-time in the evenings. You don't have millions of hours. It could take you the next 10 years, you know, because if you spend, you know, 2 hours a night working on your business, it's still only 10 hours a week if you do it 5 days a week, you know. And if you've got hundreds of hours worth of work, I mean, it'd take you forever. Well, if you can cut off hundreds of hours by using tools, that's what you should be doing. So we hope that you enjoyed these free tools. You know, it's always good to look at, you know, what's out there for free, and hopefully this helped you out a lot today.
Excellent. Very wise words, sir. If anybody here has got any questions, I haven't seen these today, but if you want to come down the front, we're going to be hanging around after, once we turn this off. If you want to come and talk to us about your business, then I have added the link above in the chat box. So in the meantime, if you want to come down, please join us. So we'll be around for just a few minutes afterwards. Wait for anybody. So please come down. Next week, I hope we're going to be talking about pay-per-click. Okay, so that's, we may be doing that spread out over a period of time, because that's quite an in-depth topic. But that's my aim and my plan, that we can start to talk about sponsored ads and pay-per-click. So gear yourself up for that one next week. In the meantime, thanks very much for listening, guys. Happy selling, happy searching, whatever phase you're in of your business. Keep moving forward. Take care. Bye-bye.